Lion Air has agreed to foot the bill for a new search to find the cockpit voice recorder from the plane that crashed off the Indonesian coast, killing 189 people. It's understood the carrier will pay more than $3 million to deploy a specialised ship for 10 days to search the sea floor where the main fuselage is believed to be located. Indonesia correspondent Anne Barker reports.
The protesters here are all relatives of the victims killed when Lion Air flight JT610 crashed into the ocean north of Jakarta. They're angry that Indonesian authorities have abandoned the search for the remaining victims whose bodies are still on the sea floor. It's understood 64 bodies are yet to be found.
I would really like to find them so I can bury them, so our family knows where to visit their graves.
But it's been revealed this week that Indonesian authorities lack the funds to carry out a more advanced search, given the remaining wreckage and bodies are believed to be buried in mud under oil pipelines in the Java Sea. Now, one US law firm representing relatives of two victims has written to Boeing, demanding the aircraft manufacturer take unprecedented action to take over the search. Its founding partner says Boeing has a moral and ethical duty to the families of passengers to retrieve the bodies without further delay. The law firm also accuses Boeing of being more interested in exculpating itself from potential liability for the crash than helping the families of those still missing. But Boeing rejects suggestions it's in any way to blame or that it has any responsibility to take over the search. It says Indonesian authorities are solely responsible for the investigation as well as any recovery of bodies or aircraft wreckage. The demands on Boeing coincide with efforts by numerous law firms to sign on relatives of other victims in separate lawsuits against Boeing, arguing the aircraft manufacturer is to blame for defects in the plane that caused the crash. One firm, Ribeck, claims to have signed on the relatives of 25 victims in a potential $100 million lawsuit.
It's just a matter of how much they're going to be compensated. And obviously the insurance companies try to pay them as little as possible, and we try to ask the juries for the highest amount possible for them.
It's understood some relatives have accepted compensation from Lion Air worth the equivalent of 120,000 Australian dollars. That removes their right to sue Boeing or the airline. Anne Barker, ABC News, Jakarta.